Will we still need valuers to traditionally go evaluate a property? Is it something that's going to be the norm as it is today? Property valuations. Okay, according to the UAE Central Bank law, which was drafted and implemented over 20 years ago, there's one sentence in this law that says every property must be physically inspected by an inspector for evaluation in order to get a bank approval for a mortgage. In other parts of the world, portals, consumers, banks, they're using AVMs, automated valuation methods. AVMs to come up with the price of what a property is worth. Here in this market, we're starting to see AVMs come into play in the mortgage market, in the valuation market. Banks are starting to accept it. It's changing the way valuations are being done. Will we still need valuers to traditionally go evaluate a property? Yes, of course, we still would need that. Is it something that's going to be the norm as it is today? No. There will be certain properties that can go through an AVM. If you look at the type of properties that we have here in Dubai, and this is why an AVM works so well here, properties in Dubai, unlike in, for example, the US, in one community, you have 3 or 4 different type of units and that's it. Whereas in the US, every single house on that block is different from the other. Here in Dubai, because the data has not been available until recently, it's been kind of like piecing together a puzzle of how much properties are worth and based on their characteristics, the type of value that you put on them. Now with data being publicly available here in Dubai and with communities and buildings designed the way that they are, where you just have a few different types of units more or less within one entire community or building, it's much easier to build an AVM. And I would say in the freehold sector, you can probably use an AVM. I'm going to be on the more conservative side for 60% of the properties. Really, it's probably about 80%, but on the conservative side, 60% of the properties can go through an AVM without having to have a physical inspection. Now, the properties that need physical inspection are properties that have been modified, luxury. The luxury segment is very difficult to go through an AVM just because of the type of fixtures, upgrades, views. These are the things that people are paying a high price for that is very difficult to just rely purely on an AVM for. And just like we always will need a real estate agent, we will always need a valuer to sense check the values that are coming out of an AVM.